Hello, my name is Ibrahim Abdullahi. I work with the University of Abuja, Nigeria. It is no longer news that the coronavirus pandemic has forced schools to close down globally, and the teaching and learning process is gradually shifting to virtual platforms. A few years ago, Google Nigeria kindly made their education suite with many useful resources for learning available to the University of Abuja and some other universities in Nigeria. In this video, I want to demonstrate how we can use our Android or Apple phones to access one of the virtual resources within the University of Abuja domain called Google Classroom app. The primary purpose of Google Classroom app is to streamline the process of sharing files between lecturers and students securely in a virtual and smart way for learning purposes. Google Classroom app is available on Google Play Store and Apple iOS Store, as well as the web if you prefer using a computer. Google Classroom app is secured and the accounts are controlled by the university ITMS unit, formerly known as Computer Center. According to research, Nigerian students spend up to 5 hours daily on their smartphones, and only 20% of the time, in fact less than 20% of that time, is used for academic related purposes. So while we are at home as lecturers, we can learn to use this app. This way, we can teach some of our courses online using our notes or slides. We can also submit, upload, mark assignments, as well as grade students online in a secured platform under our control, and using the phones in our hands in just 5 steps. Yes, I mean it, just 5 steps. So, let's do this. Step 1. Go to the app drawer. Search for Play Store or your Apple Store. Then open the Play Store. Type in Google Classroom in the search bar. The Google Classroom is likely to pop up. Tap on the Google Classroom and install the app on your phone. But if you have it just like I have one, go ahead and tap open. Step 2. Create a class. Go to the plus button at the top right hand corner. Tap on create class. Don't join class, create class. Now fill the spaces below. Under class name, fill it in with the course codes. For example, CRP 211, in order to guide the students using the app. They are more familiar with codes. Under section, type in the semester details. Let's say 2020 second semester or second semester 2020. This is for record purposes for you and for the students. Then as for the room, that is the venue where the lecture normally holds. You can change this at any time. Let's put, for example, lecture hall 1. It could be ETF, it could be anywhere within the campuses of the school. Then the last one here is the subject. The subject is where you type in the details of the course. That's the course title. The course title should be your subject. Introduction to Forestry, for example, here. So you have the course title, the semester, the venue, and the course code. So let's go ahead and create the class. Now we have the class. As you can see, CRP 211 is the most obvious one. Step 3. Now let's move ahead. This is the place where we add lecturers and students. If you look below, you have people, you have classwork, you have stream. Let's tap on people. Under people, we have teachers, where this is the space where you can add your colleagues if you are more than one person taking the course. For instance, I'm using one of our colleagues, a very popular lecturer in my faculty. So I'm using his name here, and I'll be using another very popular senior lecturer in my faculty, and that's it. I've added these two people, and what do I do now? I go straight to invite and invite them to join as teachers of this course. Now, how do we add students? For students, you either tap on the plus where you add students by inviting the students if you know their details, that's their details in the school, or you send, let's say for instance, I know the student, I just type in his name pops out, then add, and then send an invitation to the student. And once the student accepts, the students automatically become a member of my class virtually. Or I send it the code below. The code below is like the password to this class. If you have this code, if you send this code out to your students, they will have access to the class. Step 4. In step 4, what we do now is to go to classwork below, and under the classwork, what we are trying to do here is to create a lecture session. And how do we create this lecture session? This is by uploading our materials. Our materials could be anything, notes, slides, pictures, anything. But before we do that, let's first of all fill in the details. For this course that I'm using as example, Introduction to Forestry, the description, you can decide to put dates and other details, like let's say for instance week 2. You put the date in order to guide the student on the day at which this lecture is taking place or has taken place. So here, this is just an example. The topic that we'll be discussing during the class, I can go ahead and add a topic. Let's say I decide to go ahead and type in one. Let me just type in a random topic. Let's say challenges and opportunities in forestry. My typing is slow. Okay, challenges and opportunities in forestry business in Nigeria. This is just a random topic in my head. So you create this topic, you save the topic, and if you scroll down, let's take the typo thing off. You have the title, the description, and the topic. So if you want to upload a material, you can upload material in your phone. Let's say for instance I type on one of these PDF files and upload. So once I upload, remember I use the attach button to do that. Then after this, after uploading, and uploading could be you could record a video, you could take a picture, you could create a new PDF file, you could use your Google Drive or a web link. So let's go ahead and post. You post it just like you post something on Facebook. So, and step 5. Now we are on the fresh page after creating the material for the lectures. So let's go ahead, tap on stream to have a look of what it looks like for the students. Then go back to our classwork again, tap on the plus button to create a new assignment. So tap on the assignment and put in the title. This time around, just type in the code, and then the description should contain your assignment. Then go straight ahead, put in your marks. By default it is 100 points. You can set it to 20. Let's say the assignment is 20. The due date, let's assume the due date for submission is 30th of June. It's just an assumption. I don't know what will happen on 30th of June. And then the time, let's say at 10 p.m. of 30th of June. So remember, the topic still remains challenges and opportunities in forestry business. So let's go ahead and save. Now the assignment is here, the title, the description of the assignment, the date of submission, and everything. If we feel like attaching something, we can. But now let's go ahead and submit. And yes, we've just submitted. So you have CRP 211 posted on that day, on that time, and then the material below. So if you go back to the stream again, you can scroll through, see what it looks like. Of course, it is now described as a new assignment with the code of that assignment, the code of the course, the due date, and the time. If you have students, you would have seen the number of students, but because we don't have students, and those that are assigned to this assignment, you have 00, and the new material is still below. On video, there are different ways to compress video in order to minimize data consumption. You can go online and search or ask experts to help you out on how to compress video if you really want to upload video lectures for your students. There are many ways to compress videos of, let's say, 500 megabytes to something like 20 megabytes. So these are the 5 steps to create a Google Classroom. On a final note, I believe we need to use what we have to improve on what we need, or to demand for what we need. Hopefully this pandemic will be over soon and we'll all get back to our normal lives. So if you like this, please tap on like if you can. Thank you very much.